Hi, this is Victor and welcome to the channel Vic 5 and Season 5. So today I wanted to review my iPhone 13 mini, which I've had now for 3 weeks. I do want to say that I do love this phone. I'm glad I switched over to Apple from the Android. It's just very easy to use, and let's take a look at my phone. Of course, again, it is the iPhone 13 mini, which is smaller than my Android phone. This is my Android phone right there, and it's about quarter-inch thinner. Yeah, I do have of course the leather case, which is also in the green. I do love this color. This is a great color. Feels really great in the hand. Actually, very easy, very firm. I'm a little nervous at times, being that it is a very expensive phone, and yeah, in that sense. So I'm very careful to have a firm grip on it. Anyway, so first of all, it's definitely an easier phone to use. One of the things I noticed is texting. I can text really faster than my Android. It has a great predictability, so it can anticipate what I'm saying, especially if I've done the sentence once. It kind of remembers it somehow and kind of puts those words in place when I'm redoing it, so it's really good. I do use some key apps like Mail. Mail comes up very easy. I love the fact that I can delete emails just in a flick of a finger, and which I couldn't do with the Android, so that's great. The other feature that I like is FaceTime. We've been able to FaceTime with family more because they have iPhones already, so that's really nice. I really like that. Even with communicating with my brother, because if I'm at somewhere else and I need him to look for something, we can do the FaceTime. He can show me where he sees it, and I can tell him to go left or right, so it works really well. I do notice that the apps, of course, pop up much faster, of course, being a more high-end phone with the A15 Bionic chip and the better RAM. Now, on some of the iPhone videos, reviews by these YouTubers who are professional YouTubers and therefore power users, you know, they say that the battery is a little weak and whatever, compared to, say, the iPhone 13, the Pro, or the Max. Well, you know, I'm a regular user, so I'm not a power user. You know, I do a couple of FaceTimes a day. I do look at things like Instagram, email, photos, and of course do screenshots. I love that, you know, and so I'm not a power user, and I do find that the battery life works just fine. I power it up from Monday to Friday once a week in the afternoon using the magnetic disc from Apple, so that works really well. And on the weekends, of course, I'll do it more often because, of course, I'm at home and I use the iPhone more than I did when I'm at work, which I don't use at work for the most part. Okay, so yeah, I find the battery life works just fine. They've also mentioned that it gets a little warm. Well, it does in a sense if you're using it for a couple hours straight, but then you stop using it for 5 minutes and it's fine again. But we're talking warm, not hot. The other thing is, it's just much easier to use. The screen, of course, is a much better screen than I have, so the photos show up really well. I love the fact that it's a full bezel, and again, being that it is a slightly smaller phone than my current one, like over here compared to this. But as you can see, though, if I just this, of course, is full bezel, where this one is from here to here. So this is actually a taller screen, and so it doesn't actually feel smaller. In fact, it does feel a little bit bigger, you know. So I have learned a few apps that are really useful. There's a measure app that I can actually measure a room with, so I'll show that in the later episode. I did want to mention about the iPhone that I discovered that's really cool is the fact that it has AirDrop. So AirDrop means that I can send a photo to, say, my brother on his phone, just by tapping on the photo, clicking on his icon, and then his phone gets the message to accept. He accepts and he gets the photo. So it's really cool. I think the phones have to be within 3 feet of each other or less, but it works really well. So then the other 2 new features that I've noticed that I don't have with Android is this back tap. So in the back tap, what it means is you can tap the back of the phone. So if you tap it twice, in my case, I've set it for a screenshot. And then if you tap it 3 times, in my case, I've set it for showing me all the open apps so that I can close them. So that works really well. Yeah. Oh, and I did want to mention one other thing about the battery life that I found impressive. I noticed that overnight, when I'm sleeping, that the phone only uses about 3 to 5% of the battery life while it stays active. And that's kind of cool. I'm sure my Android phone did not uses a lot more, if I remember right. Okay, so there anyway, it's a great phone and really fun to use. I'm always wishing there was more apps I could do with it at this point in time. But again, I'm not on my phone all the time. I think the one thing I do wish is that they had a better selection of ringtones for both notifications and for phone calls. Although I do find that with most new phones that you get, they're lacking in that area anyway. With the iPhone, you can't use Sedge like you can with Android, so you can't download new ringtones. So that's a bit of a annoyance. But other than that, it's a great phone, and I look forward to using it for the next 5 years plus. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a great day, and see you in my next episode. Okay, bye-bye.